Hey everyone, welcome back to Pinpoint Podiatry. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 injuries that make players miss games. Now, as a podiatry student, there are some injuries on this list that I have no expertise in whatsoever. However, some of these injuries can be affected by the foot, and we will touch on how that can happen. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the list.
Coming in at number 10 on this list, we have the hamstring strain. The hamstring strain has the highest recurrence, with about 1/3 of athletes restraining their hamstrings within the first few weeks of returning back to sport. So if you remember Jeremy Lin this season, he had recurrent hamstring strains. The hamstring are made up of 4 different separate muscles, and each one has a slightly different function, and so the way one is more likely to be injured differs from another. For example, a high Draymond kick to the nuts may injure one of the muscles versus suddenly stopping on a fast break or the foot that is planting on the ground. In 17 years, the hamstring strain was responsible for causing players to miss 1,826 games. At number 9, we have a more podiatry-specific injury, which is foot inflammation. Now, the foot is complex, and the study did not describe where the foot inflammation was, but the foot consists of 33 joints and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, and bursa. The structures in the foot which are most commonly inflamed are the plantar fascia, big toe joint, and bursa. Bursa is a fluid-filled sac that can be found at a joint. Foot inflammation was responsible for over 2,000 games missed across 17 years. In the future, I'll definitely get more in depth with the plantar fascia, the big toe joint, and bursa around the feet, and how that can cause basketball players problems. At number 8, we have the good old calf strain. The calves are essential for walking, running, and jumping, so it's no surprise that the calf strain is on this list. The biggest risk factor other than a previous calf strain is getting older. Likewise, previous injury further up the leg, adductor, hamstring, quadriceps, or knee injury may also influence the likelihood of injury. So I bet there are a bunch of veterans walking around with a bunch of calf strains. If you remember Paul George returning after that horrific injury he suffered, he strained his calf on the healthy leg a few weeks after he returned back to play. Calf strains were responsible for approximately 2,100 missed games. Lucky number 7, or not so lucky in this case, lumbar disc degeneration. Not exactly my area of expertise, however, speaking from personal experience, back pain is not fun. Did you know the vertebral discs are so strong that when standing upright, it's almost impossible to herniate a disc while walking or running? And yet it still happens due to the amount of minutes and games played. In a podiatric point of view, a back pain may arise from biomechanics, so how you move, muscular imbalances, and limb length discrepancies, so one leg might be a little bit longer than the other. This injury is responsible for 2,150 missed games in 17 years. The foot fracture. These little injuries are an absolute pain in the bum. They sneak up on you all of a sudden and then you're stuck in a moon boot. These fractures are generally stress fractures and develop over time. This is usually resulting from the individual's biomechanics, and depending on where the fracture is, it may have a different name. The Jones fracture has been infamous in the past few years, with the likes of Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons both suffering from a Jones fracture. I will eventually do a more in-depth video on the Jones fracture. This injury is responsible for approximately 2,200 missed games over 17 years. We're halfway through the list now, and we're up to the meniscal tear. Your knee meniscus is a fibrocartilage that separates the thigh bone, your femur, from your shin bone, the tibia, and it is commonly referred to as your cartilage. Each knee joint has a medial and lateral meniscus. In younger populations, such as NBA players, it's usually resulting from a traumatic event, twisting on a flexed knee. A torn ACL is synonymous with meniscal damage. Derrick Rose is a great example of someone who has suffered from an ACL tear, then went on to tear his meniscus. A meniscal tear saw 2,400 games missed from 1988 to 2005. And we're back to the back again. Again, not my area of expertise, but I can personally tell you it's not fun at all. In the NBA, it's most likely a mixture of the twisting and turning players achieve while playing and the overuse of the muscles and ligaments of the lower back. This injury is responsible for almost 4,000 games missed in the NBA over 17 seasons. Get your 3 goggles ready, we're up to number 3. Number 3 is a knee sprain. So with the amount of side-to-side movement and jumping, it's no wonder the knee sprain is up so high on this list. There are a few ligaments within the knee, the ACL, PCL, MCL and LCL. And depending on the placement of your feet, one ligament may be affected over another. Likewise, the placement of your feet may cause the knees to track into knee valgus, which places the knee and structures around the knee, such as the hamstrings, with more stress. This tensile strain can cause knee sprains. Knee sprains are responsible for 4,400 missed games over 17 seasons. At number 2, we have the ankle sprain. The ankle sprain is the most common injury on this list and has caused over 5,000 games missed. Once you've sprained your ankle, it's more likely that you'll sprain it again. Steph Curry has had recurrent ankle sprains, 12 sprains and counting. I've done a couple videos on ankle sprains, so feel free to check them out. And here it is, the number one injury that causes players to miss games: knee inflammation. Knee inflammation is responsible for over 10,000 games missed in 17 seasons. Knee inflammation may be a result of the acute injuries such as knee sprain or meniscal tears, or the onset of osteoarthritis. Take a look at retired NBA players and see how they walk. Their knees are absolutely shot.
So guys, if you made it all the way through the video, be sure to give this comment a big thumbs up. More content on the way, so I'll definitely be going more in depth on some of those injuries on the list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.